And then finally for our post appointment. So let's say we went on the appointment, whether they're ready now, they're ready later, whatever the outcome is. A lot of times this is where we drop the ball because we're all salespeople and we just want to move to the next thing and not, do any admin stuff, which I get. But one of the most important things we can do to make sure that we keep this person, we've gone through the funnel, we've already met with them, we've invested this time in them. The worst thing we can do is now drop the ball after we've done the hard part already. So I want to talk about how to have really clean, logical next steps, a really clean post-appointment follow-up sequence so you guys are crushing it out of the gate. So these are some things that are not a logical next step that myself, I've been guilty of doing this before. I know all of you have been guilty of doing this before, common phrases. So let's say they're maybe not super ready, or they maybe need another month, or there's some other situation. We hear, okay, well, cool. Well, I'll just touch base with you down the line and we'll see where you're at. Or I'll send some homes and we'll go from there. Or if you see anything you like, just reach out to me. Or I'll call you in a few months to see where things are then. Does anybody know why I hate this? Why this is so bad? We think we're being chill, like we think we're being cool and like easygoing and not salesy, but why does this suck?
It's not quantitative.
One, it's not quantitative. Why else does this suck? Not showing any value. What? Okay, cool. You'll call me? Great. What else? Yeah. So I love that. Lisa said, well, I don't do any of this because, none of this matters. I'm just looking for the next appointment, which is fair. But we've already met with them. So they're more likely to transact than somebody we haven't met with. So we don't want to totally drop the ball on them, even if they're not ready. Why else is this not good? It doesn't set the expectation, right? So I think where I have felt victim to this is like, well, if they're not ready, I don't want to like push them and be an annoying salesperson and like, I don't want to do that. I'll just take a back seat and kind of let them drive. So you're actually doing a disservice to them if you do this, because we don't know when they'll be ready next. People's lives change. Stuff happens all the time, right? So just because they aren't ready at that moment doesn't mean that things couldn't change quickly. So you always want to have that mindset. The other thing too is I can't think of something that I would hate more than just, I don't want to see a random call from somebody I don't know and wonder why they're calling me. Does anybody else ever see this and they're like, why are they calling me? Or why am I getting this call? Has anybody had that experience before? Okay, so this almost is kind of like a threat. You're basically saying, me, a random salesperson, is going to call you out of nowhere at an unknown time to bother you about something. That sucks. That's not a value add. So the way to make this better is we want to your point, we want to make it quantitative and we want to make sure that we have value for why we're meeting. So an example of a logical next step. Great. I'm going to send you homes that are your criteria, 3-bedroom in La Mesa with a fenced yard and mother-in-law quarters or whatever. Let's talk Wednesday after work so I can get your feedback and make sure I'm sending you the right kind of properties that you'd want to go see. Make sense? Great. So this talks about when exactly we'll talk, so there's no surprise element of who is this and why are we calling, why we're going to talk, right? We're going to get feedback. They know what to expect. We're getting feedback and what the client gets out of it. They know that they're going to be getting sent the right properties. They feel like, oh, this person's listening to me. They want to make sure that I get stuff that matters to me. Cool. I feel good about that. That's a value add to me. That's worth me answering your call out of my busy day. So when we include a more specific logical next step, we look a lot more professional, and the lead feels like, okay, you took charge. Like, I know what to expect. Cool. I feel good. This is the next steps. I have like now a feeling of being buttoned up and closure rather than just, well, cool, I'll see you later. Like, this is very clear and puts you in the driver's seat and just makes you look more professional. Plus it gives them that safety. Like I said, nobody likes answering unknown phone numbers. We don't want to take time to talk to people if we don't know why they're calling. We always want to know what we're doing next or what we can expect next. So having a structure like this will allow you to just level up your post-appointment follow-up. Questions about this, comments about this? Does this make sense to everybody? Okay, cool. And then the last thing, what time? Am I good on time? I don't have a, oh, sweet. Well, when that works out. Okay, so the last thing is just follow up, be a person of your word, rinse and repeat. So We just want to not drop the ball. We want to make sure that we're staging people correctly, that we're reaching out when we need to, and that we're just using our systems. They're here to help you guys. You're all amazing salespeople. You know what to do. Sometimes we just need a reminder of ways to clean things up a little bit just to make sure that things aren't falling through the cracks. So as long as we're continuing our follow up, we're rinsing, we're repeating, we're calling people, we're getting people to meet with us, and we're following these principles, we should have higher conversion of our team appointments as well as all other appointments.